In this edition of chairbound Nunchaku, we're going to work on some more intermediate moves. First is the horizontal figure eight. Now this move is basically the same as your normal figure eight, except you're doing the rings or circles on horizontal planes. One above your head and one around your core area. And you can also switch the direction of the rings as you see me doing there. What we're going to work on next are called downward shoulder passes. They're the same move as done in chairbound Nunchaku Volume 1, except those were done from an upward swing and these are done from a downward swing. As you can see, when you swing downwards, you will release the chucks under your elbow and catch above your shoulder. Downward elbow passes are very similar to downward shoulder passes, except you're passing the chuck around the same arm that you're releasing it with. With the downward shoulders, you're crossing your core and releasing the chuck underneath the arm you're going to catch with it. So as you can see here, if I release with my right hand, the nunchuck's going to go around my right elbow, and I'll reach across with my left hand and catch the nunchuck by doing that. One-handed elbow passes are the exact same thing as elbow passes, except you do everything with one arm. You release the chuck, let it wrap around your elbow, and catch the chuck all with the same arm. It almost feels like you're doing a little roll around your elbow, but if done right, the chucks are only going to turn 180 degrees, allowing you to catch the nunchucks from stick to stick. So they never do a full 360 on you. One-handed passes are one of my favorite moves with nunchucks. They can be done with pro chucks, traditional chucks, it doesn't really matter. Aerials can also be very fun, but they do take practice. What I'm doing here is an under the arm aerial. It's kind of a modified under the arm behind the back aerial, except everything's done on the side that you release it. So if you release it on your right side, you're going to catch it on your right side. Aerials typically need to have a 360 degree turn in midair for them to be considered a proper aerial. I don't really go by that. I think that as long as you release it and it goes in the air and you catch it, it's an aerial. You know, you're doing this from a downswing, and if you want, you can take it into a figure eight afterwards. That's just kind of up to you. Remember, the more you practice, the easier this stuff gets. Chairbound Nunchaku 5 is going to be coming out very soon, hopefully within about a week or two of this video. In that video, we're going to go ahead and get more, we're going to try to transition from basic intermediate to intermediate advanced, if you will. We're going to start talking about some theories and some terminology and talk about some stuff that I think will help everyone and also help you link these moves together a little bit better. Because it's one thing to learn the moves and practice the moves and get them down. It's another thing to actually be able to flow with the moves and transition from one move to the next. And that's the goal of this series.